Mounjaro Monday. Today I got my lab results back from my doctor's visit that I had last week, and I am going to share those with you. I have been on a Mounjaro journey since January 10th of 2024. And today is September 23rd, 2024, in case you're watching this on replay. This is going to be a live question and answer. So I'm going to answer any questions you have about Mounjaro and Zepbound. I'm going to share the differences, not only in how much weight that I've lost, but in other lab results that I just got back from my 6-month type 2 diabetes doctor's visit with my doctor last week. And I have some good results to share. I'm so excited. So I can tell you this week number 37 on Mounjaro, I lost another pound. So I'm now down 31 pounds in 37 weeks. I am not one of those super responders. There are some people who take Mounjaro and Zepbound that'll lose at least 2 pounds a week. And gosh darn it, I'm not one of those. But I am your sister from another mister who is willing to share the journey of someone who's not a super responder, but who's been working really hard to have a healthy lifestyle, and who also has type 2 diabetes. But I tell you what, when I got my A1C checked last week, just got the news that my A1C, which in December of 2023, December 20th, a couple of weeks before I started Mounjaro, my A1C was up to 7.2, which is diabetic, which is type 2 diabetes. And when I had a hysterectomy, which I can answer questions about robotic hysterectomies, anyone who wants to ask me about that, or about menopause, or about hormone replacement therapy, I've been doing that for the last 10 weeks. But I had to have a hysterectomy on May 10th. And so they had to do a lot of tests and stuff before I had that surgery. And right before the hysterectomy, I had to have a D&C, where they go in and they take a look and scrape off some stuff and send it to a lab and see if I have cancer or not. And things kind of came back iffy. I had some precancerous cells. Didn't end up with cancer though, which is really lucky. But I did need a hysterectomy just in case I had cancer, which all those labs came back, no cancer, yay! So anyway, I did have my A1C checked again in April, and from January 10th to April 18th, my A1C had gone from 7.2 to 6.0, which is in the pre-diabetes stage, still a little too high, but not too bad, and definitely better than the 7.2. And then I had it done last Monday at the doctor's office, because I do need to make a correction. I was under the impression that it was Eli Lilly that makes you have to get your A1C, visit a doctor and have lab results done, blood work done every 6 months. That is not an Eli Lilly requirement. It is a prescription medication. Everybody has to see a doctor, either a teledoc or a doctor in person, to be prescribed Mounjaro or Zepbound. But once your doctor prescribes it, Eli Lilly doesn't worry about how you're paying for it. They'll let you be on it forever. But your health insurance companies, if you have a health insurance that's willing to pay for part or all of it, they require, your health insurance may require that you need to visit your doctor every 6 months, have blood work done, to be sure that I don't know, they think, it worries me, to be honest. It's a little scary because a lot of times health insurance will knock you off it. Even if you have type 2 diabetes, they'll go, oh, you're cured now. Oh, great. We don't have to pay for this Mounjaro anymore, and try to bump you off. And then if you want to keep taking it, you'll have to pay for it 100% out of pocket, which would be a lot of money. So I've been really nervous about this doctor visit, and I was confused, and I thought it was an Eli Lilly requirement, but I want to let you all know it is not. It is not. It is my health insurance that's helping to pay for my Mounjaro. They require every 6 months that I visit my doctor and have tests done. So anyway, I just wanted to get that straight. If anyone watched my video last week where I did my live and I talked about my doctor's visit. But anyway, it was my health insurance that needed it. And my doctor wants to see me at least every 6 months too, because he's been my doctor for over 30 years, and he's my primary care, and he really takes good care of me. Well, my A1C dropped, and it is the lowest it has been since I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in October of 2020 is when I got my type 2 diabetes diagnosis. And October of 2020, I was about 40 pounds heavier than I am today. And my A1C was 10.2, which is, they call that the suicide level once you hit 10 and above, because you can start losing limbs and organs and all kinds of horrible things. It's the crazy. I went from having no diabetes to crazy diabetes. And then I worked really hard on diet and exercise, and kind of gained and lost some, but doing the extra exercise and wearing a glucose monitor helped. But my A1C was still 7.2. And I was also on metformin, which they always give. This is one of the first things that happens. You get a type 2 diabetes diagnosis. One of the first scripts they write is to metformin. But metformin's been around forever and is usually really cheap. I paid $10 a month for metformin. And that helps lower it a little bit, but I never could get it lowered as much as my Mounjaro. So my A1C is 5.6. Yay! Okay, so you need to know 5.7 to 6.4 is pre-diabetes. 6.5 and up is diabetes. 5.6, that's in the 100% green zone. So that doesn't mean that, oh, I will never have diabetes again. I'm 100% cured. No, but I'm 100% controlled so well with this medication and healthy living that 5.6. So it's high healthy, but healthy, not even pre-diabetes, the no diabetes zone. So that was extremely exciting for me to finally, like, wow, after over 4 years, well, it'll be 4 years next month that I've had type 2 diabetes. And it's the first time I have hit being anything in the fives. And so to be 5.6 was really exciting for me. I also, they did other things too. They did cholesterol. I've had very high cholesterol most of my life, even when I was skinny. When I was 21 years old and 115 pounds, I just finished student teaching, which was kind of stressful. It was fun, but stressful. And I went to a convention with my mom, who's a nurse practitioner, and they had a free cholesterol screening, and I'd never had my cholesterol done. But when I was 21 years old and 115 pounds, 5'2.5", skinny mini lady, and I exercised every day, my cholesterol was still 185. And I remember my mom going, holy crap, Gina, because she was older than me and much heavier than me at that time. And her total cholesterol was 154. She's never had cholesterol issues, but I run high anyway. And my cholesterol in December, let's see, I wrote them all down. In December, December 20th, right before I went on Mounjaro, and that's when my doctor prescribed Mounjaro, but it took a while to get it because If you remember there's still a shortage, but it was like a crazy shortage back then. So it took me till January 10th to get my first shot, to be able to give myself my shot. But my cholesterol then was, let's see, December 20th, was only 169. But that is because I'd been taking a statin for 2 years. And before I was taking my statin, 2 years before that, my cholesterol had gotten to 255. And my doctor's like, "Oh, you're getting in the danger zone. Let's give you a statin." And the best I could be, and we were really excited in December that my cholesterol was 169. We were like, "Yay!" We were celebrating that. But my A1C was 7.2 and my BMI was really high. And my doctor's like, "You really ought to try Mounjaro." And I had just found out that my insurance, which wouldn't cover it the year prior to that, finally was covering it. So anyway, that's when I started my Mounjaro journey. And then when I had to take some tests in April before my hysterectomy in May, my A1C was down to 6.0, but my cholesterol had really gone down, which was such a nice surprise. My cholesterol went from that 169 to 131, and that was total cholesterol. And my triglycerides were only 108. Just everything was amazing that it went that much lower. So when I did talk to my doctor last week, I'm like, "Hey, I wonder if I can get off my cholesterol meds." And he's like, "Well, we'll do all the blood work and we'll run your cholesterol and see how you're doing." I'm always honest with you guys. I'm your sister from another mister, and I give you the real deal. My cholesterol went up again. Not crazy high and still less than it was in December, but I wonder if it was from all the stress of being scared if I had cancer or not, and then having to do this the hysterectomy. And it was a total hysterectomy where everything was removed, even my ovaries, everything had to go, so everything was gone. That maybe the having to heal from that. And there was a few weeks where I didn't exercise. That's why I really do lose about a pound a week. But the reason that I'm at 37 weeks and only 31 pounds is because the 8 weeks that I had to sit around recovering from my hysterectomy, I wasn't doing a lot of exercise like I had before. And so it stalled my weight loss. And evidently it made my cholesterol go back up again a little bit. Not too bad. My cholesterol is 161 is the total, which isn't horrible. It's good. But that 131 was really exciting. So my doctor's like, "I'm not ready to take you off the statin yet because we got you in the 161, which is great. My LDL is 95 and it's supposed to be below 100. Though in April, my LDL was 63, which was really good. But that's where it creeped up a little bit, was my LDL. So anyway, but still good numbers. Good numbers. And I've shared, maybe 3 weeks ago that I had my liver tested with a liver ultrasound a year ago. And a year ago, I was told I had fatty liver disease, stage 1, cirrhosis of the liver for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Well, I had another ultrasound 1 year later, which was about 3 weeks ago, and my liver healed itself. I'm a 0. I have 0 fatty liver disease, and the cirrhosis repaired itself. It is a healthy, like a brand new liver. So I will say, yeah, the pounds aren't just falling off me really fast, but my health is improving. And that's so important too. Now, I tried to get you guys another test as well and test results because I've been wondering. I've been marking on. I got a teacher calendar. My husband's been in the education field for many years, just retired July 1st. And I used to be a teacher back in the day too. And I got one of these teacher calendars that starts in July. But I noticed in July, I lost 3 pounds. In August, I lost 3 pounds. Oh, and all these star stickers, if you're new to this channel, I give myself a star if I meet 6 goals every day. And the 6 goals are: number 1, did I exercise? Number 2, did I drink at least 70 ounces of water, but I'm shooting for 100, but at least 70. Um, Number 3, did I eat at least 4 servings of fruits or vegetables? Number 4, did I eat a high protein diet? Did I hit at least 60 grams of protein? But I'm shooting for 100. But and 60, the reason I got 60 is I took a type 2 diabetes class, a 6-week class 4 years ago when I got diagnosed. And 2 wonderful registered dietitians taught that class and met with us individually for private counseling too. It was wonderful. And they told me to eat 3 balanced meals a day, to do the plate method where half your plate's vegetables, a quarter is starch, a quarter is protein, and have about a tablespoon or so of healthy fats like avocado or olive oil. And that you would be shooting for 20 to 30 grams of protein at each meal. Well, 20 times 3 is 60, so that's the minimum. And then 90 is 30 times 3, and even 100 would be great. So I'm shooting for 100, but if I hit at least 60, I count that as one of my 6 goals. And then, let's see, that was the protein. Calories, also registered dietitians with my weight, and I talked with my doctor this last week and let him know that I'm shooting between 1,200 and 1,700 calories a day. And he said that was excellent too. And then the last one's fiber, and at least 25 grams of fiber a day. And the registered dietitians that I have met with and my doctor agree that 25 grams is the minimum to hit at least 25 grams of fiber. And so I've done that too. And I'm going to be doing another video. I believe it was a Susan who asked me a question about my fiber, like how are you getting in all that fiber? So I promised her I will do a video about fiber. And so I will be hopefully this week you're going to see one pop up that I'm going to do about fiber. So because there are some things that I found that are higher in fiber that are healthy and help me reach those goals. But anyway, if I do all 6 of those things, then I get a gold star. And so I'm getting a lot of gold stars. And in August, so anyway, in July, I lost 3 pounds. In August, I lost 3 pounds. And in September, since I lost a new pound this week, yesterday is when it finally fell off the scale. I also lost 3 pounds. So in the last 3 months, I've only lost 9 pounds in 3 months. It's like I am a slow responder, but I am working really hard. But I can tell you that Mounjaro has helped me so much, because every time in my life that I have tried to eat healthy and eat, around 1,200 to 1,700 calories, I'm starving all day, which was crazy. Even when I was eating maybe 2,000 to 2,500 calories, I would think about food constantly. I was constantly hungry. I was constantly wanting a snack. I was constantly, while eating lunch, I'm thinking about what are we going to make for dinner, and have for dinner. It was this constant food noise, and my stomach would growl a lot. It was crazy. And Mounjaro has helped me so much. My head, I'm not thinking about food all the time. Sometimes I kind of forget to eat. I have never forgotten to eat in my whole life until I was on Mounjaro. And sometimes I forget to eat and I think, oh my gosh, so it's good that I write down what I'm eating to make sure that I'm getting enough calories in, because I also worry if I don't eat enough calories, then I'll burn off a bunch of muscle, and then eventually I'll also stall. And there is nothing worse than eating 500 calories a day and not losing any weight. That is a big fat bummer. But so anyway, so I'm trying to do it as healthy as possible. And then I was thinking, I lost 3 pounds each of these 3 months. And I'd already lost, over 20 pounds before that. So the initial fat loss of, you lost some water and salt and stuff. Because, the first week you go on a diet, usually if you haven't lowered your intake of food for a long time, and all of a sudden you do, the weight comes off really fast in the beginning. But some of that weight loss is actually water weight, because when you eat too much sodium, and also when you have a lot of carbs holds on to extra water in your body, and then when you lower your calorie intake, that kind of flushes out. So a lot of weight just kind of is more of a water weight that kind of flushes out pretty quick, with a little bit of fat and maybe a little bit of muscle in the very beginning. But then after that, and you've already lost the fast pounds, the loosest pounds on you are already fell off, and now it's the hard stuff. And 3 months in a row I've lost 3 pounds. But I wonder, because I have been really good about my protein. That is one of my 6 goals that I almost never miss, is my protein. And I'm hoping by eating all that protein, I'm not losing muscle. And I'm hoping this last 9 pounds was truly fat. And I had a bone density test done in June, which is another piece of advice. Any of my friends who you've always been healthy, and boom, you need a surgery and you have health insurance. Man, when you need a surgery, it eats up your out-of-pocket deductible. But once you meet your out-of-pocket expenses that your insurance, whatever insurance you have, you meet that. Well, for the rest of that year of your insurance, everything's free. My medication was all free. Even my metformin, that's only $10 a month, free. But my husband was still working last year. We're on the school district health insurance, and so it starts over again July 1st. And my surgery was May 10th. But in June, by golly, I got some tests done and some things done that I hadn't done ever or in a long time, because in June, any tests I did, any labs I did, everything in June for me was free. And so I had my first ever bone density test, and it used a DEXA scan. Well, I've been watching a lot of YouTube YouTube videos, and they're saying, you get a DEXA scan and it tells you how much bone you have, how much muscle you have, and how much fat you have. And then if you do it while you're trying to lose weight and you do it again, you'll be able to see, okay, I lost this many pounds, but how many of those pounds was fat? How much was muscle? How much was bone? What did those numbers, how did those numbers shift? And so I thought, well, I've had a DEXA scan. I got one for free. I wonder if I could do another DEXA scan and compare notes and see. And maybe the second DEXA scan, I don't know how much it is, but I'll ask how much it is out of pocket. And I'll, if it's not too horrifically expensive, maybe I'll be able to do one just to see, to be sure that I'm not losing muscle, that I'm mostly losing fat while I'm doing this slow weight loss. And so I went to, let's see, where's my notebook? Here it is. So I went to Banner Health, where I had the DEXA scan, and I asked them for a copy because I said, my doctor just said that my bone density was great, but I didn't know what that meant, and I didn't see the scores, and then I let them know what I was trying to do. Well, the receptionist wasn't quite sure about what that looked like, but she said, I'm going to find your report. I'm going to print it out for you, and I'll have a nurse go over it with you, and she'll be able to let you know how much it is out of pocket if you wanted to do it again. So I was like, great. Well, they printed out my report, and I talked to the nurse. Unfortunately, not all DEXA scans tell you how much fat you have and how much muscle you have. The DEXA scan at the place I went to, all they do is bone density tests, and all they know is how good your bones are. But the good news was, looking at it, is my bones are not just good, but for a woman my age, I'm well above, it says, let's see, I have a low risk of fracture. My bone density is well above the minimal desirable level, and above average for age and sex at all skeletal sites tested. So I have good bones. So that's great. I will tell you, I love dairy, always have. And so I like drinking Fairlife milk because it has extra protein in it because they take out some of the sugar. And so it's has a higher density of protein, but it tastes creamier. So I drink the 2%, and 2% tastes like I'm drinking whole milk. It's so good. And I'm also a big fan of cheese, and I'll have like cottage cheese, or I'll have a mozzarella cheese stick as a snack, from time to time. So I'm getting plenty of calcium, and my bone density is great. So even better for a lady my age. And I will tell you, my age is 58. I'm 58 this year. So anyway, so that was that too. So I wanted to share those with you. I also have a surprise for you next week, and I'm so excited. So my big surprise for you next week is my husband has decided to help me invest in this channel. And there is a program that we can buy, which we bought yesterday, and it's called StreamYard. And there's a free version, but the free version doesn't do all of the things, and it has a duck in the corner. And there's a paid version that does more things. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
I was just telling about StreamYard.
I know.
And how and Jeff's got to figure out how to use it, because we're not doing StreamYard right now, right? This is just the regular internet.
Regular stuff.
So this is just regular internet today, but let me go like this so they can see you better, sweetie. So yeah, so you don't have to go, But if by having the paid version of StreamYard, we'll be able to do some of our own branding and things, and we'll also be able to bring in guests.
And have a thing across the bottom where the comments can go, so people can see the comments better.
Yeah, because that's what I told him I wanted it, because I was like, and people are typing in the chat right now, and I am going to read every single chat to you. And I do that every week when I do my Mounjaro Monday lives. And so I thought it'd be so nice to be able to put some of the chat across the screen so you can see it better. And it'd be less likely that I'm going to skip something by accident, because my eyes might sometimes skip and I miss somebody, and I don't want to do that. So I'll be able to do that. And I'll be able to bring guests on. And I talked to a good friend who's on right now, Health at Any Cost. Barb is going to be live with us on Anchor Moments tomorrow, where you're going to be able to see her beautiful face. And she's going to share her story of how she's lost 251 pounds was the last that I heard.
Tomorrow?
No, a week from Monday.
I think you said tomorrow.
Did I say tomorrow?
I think you did.
Oops. I meant to say, I'm still having some brain fog. My hormone replacement therapy has been improving my brain fog, but I still got a little bit. So next Monday, September 30th, Barb is going to be live. She's going to share her GLP-1 journey that's helped her lose 251 pounds. She's a super responder, and she's doing super great. And we're going to get an opportunity to ask her questions too, because we're going to do it as a live. So if you've had some questions, a burning question you wanted to ask Barb, she is so awesome. She is going to answer some of our questions, and she is going to share her amazing, inspiring journey. And I'm just crazy excited about that. And there are more people here that I would love to interview as well. So that way I can give the best experience to all of you out there. So you don't take months and months to watch Gina lose just a smidgen of weight. I'll bring on some super responders. I'll bring on all kinds of people in different stages of their journey. So that way you can hear from lots of us of how our journey's been going. And Jeff, he is not he's not taking any medications, but he is also trying really hard to do a healthy lifestyle journey with me. And he has been losing some weight too.
I'm not taking Mounjaro.
Right. He's not taking Mounjaro or Zepbound or any GLP-1s.
Right. Nothing
for weight loss, just healthy living with me. And so hopefully you're going to watch him get a little skinnier too, and get healthier. So anyway, yay. And Jeff, I forgot to take my shot out of the refrigerator. Can you bring me? I always give my shot live too. So he'll go get out of the fridge. But anyway, I hope that this will make it even a better experience for all of you when we start using the paid version of StreamYard and figure out how to use it. Jeff is going to do a video, a sample tryout video with me using it. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, where I'll do the fiber one, and we'll do it as a live, and we'll need some grace in case it doesn't work out perfectly, but we're going to get a little practice in there. So that way Monday, it'll be a phenomenal experience having Barb on, and you to be able to see her and be able to ask her questions too. And, and ask both of us. And she is a very bubbly personality. So I think between the two of us, it's going to be a high energy show. Lots and lots of fun. Okay, I'm trying to think, do I have anything else to share? The HRT is going well. It's helped me a lot with my hot flashes. That's a cheese stick. I can't shoot up cheese sticks. Oh my gosh, it's been really fun having him home all the time. There we go. Oh, that's right. I'm opening a new box, huh?
Yep. I don't know. There were two in there.
And they both have a rubber band around them, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So these are both new boxes.
I was going to bring you an apple. I thought, but cheese kind of looks like a...
It did look like a shot. Oh my gosh. Well, let me pull one out here.
You want to kiss before I take out of it?
Sure. Well, wow, this is really stuck. You want to pull that open for me and give me a shot. I have a little sip of water here.
This is hard to open.
And I want to tell you, if you're also new, I am a big fat baby. I do not like needles. I don't like having to prick my finger every day to do my blood sugar.
Both of the boxes are 7.5.
Yeah, because I haven't picked up in 2 months, I have 8 more shots of 7.5. And my doctor said last week, once I'm out of my 7.5, we're gonna try 10 milligrams. And he said with the patients that he has seen, that he said the difference between 5.5 and 7 for a lot of them was just a little difference, but once they hit that 10, it made a pretty big difference for them. So anyway, and then he said from 10 to 15, like little differences, but not like as big as from 7.5 to 10. So we'll see. We'll see how I fit with that. I know some of you have told me that when you move from 5 to 7.5, it gave you stomach aches. That didn't happen to me. I really didn't notice that much of a difference, except my hunger is less for more days. We're on the 5 on 5 milligrams. After 4 or 5 days, my hunger was starting to come back more. Where now I do pretty well. I do pretty well most of the 7 days. And I do have hunger if I truly haven't eaten very much. But I don't have crazy hunger when I've eaten at least 1,200 calories. I don't have stomach. I don't have any food noise. I don't have my stomach's not growling, But if I've forgotten to eat, which happens and happened to me today, I was like, man, I am really hungry. And I looked down and I'm like, well, no wonder I haven't even had 500 calories today and it's time for dinner. I got to quick eat something.
Did you get enough protein today?
I still need a little bit more protein. So you still got the cheese stick for me.
All right, I'll just eat this.
All right. Oh, and I need an alcohol swab too, Sweet Pea. Okay. And let's see what people have for questions. And I'll read a couple of your questions and comments. You can also share in the comment section your wins, because I want to hear about your wins too, so we can celebrate you as well, because we have just a wonderful community here and we love to support each other on our journeys, if you're on a GLP-1 or not. Yay.
Anything else?
I know. That's it. I was thinking of the Addams Family. You rang? I love you, sweetie. Thanks.
Love you too.
All right. Well, let me scroll back here and see what you guys have been up to, if there's any wins or any questions. So let's see. We got Taz the Bulldog's mom, Cindy, in the house. Woo woo! And C56 Boxer's here again. Yay! She says, hi, Gina. And Barb's in the house and says, hi, Cindy. Hi, Gina. And Shorty's in the house too. Woo woo! And says, hi, Gina. And Shorty says, hi, Jeff. And Barb says, hi, Shorty. And Gina's in the house. We got 2 Ginas today, and she's back and says, hi, Gina. Happy Mounjaro Monday. Oh, thank you. And Lisa Tipton's back and says, hi, everyone. Has a cute little waving hand at us. And Barb says, hi, all. And Cindy, Taz the Bulldog's mom, says, hi, MGM family. And let's see. And Cindy says, that her Taz Bulldog's mom says, yes, my name is Cindy, because Barb had asked her. And Jenny's in the house. Woo woo. And Deb Zimmerman's here too. Hi, Deb. She says, hi, Gina and everyone. And we got Pamela Gomez in the house too. And she says, yay, hi, Gina. You look amazing. I totally see the loss. Thanks, Pam. Pam has also lost well over 100 pounds. And Pam, sometime I would like to have you share your journey on Anchor Moments. And we'll have to find a time to bring you on. That would be so fun to have you on live. And hey, I got Logan here too. Hi, Logan. And Shorty says, hi, Barb. And Naturalista's in the house too. Woo woo. And she says, hi, Gina and everyone. And Barb says, I have to have blood work done every 3 months and see the doc either virtual or in person. Wow, but you know what? That's probably good that you do that, Barb. And you have just been on such an amazing journey. I am sure you impress your doctor every time you see him or her. And God's Rider 7 says, hi, Gina, great job. Congratulations. Oh, and God Rider 7, her name is Tanya. She's letting us know her name is Tanya. Thanks for coming again, Tanya. It's always good seeing you. And Jennifer Holman's in the house, and she says, hi, Gina, great news on your A1C. Woohoo! And cute shirt. Okay, this shirt was exciting for me to find. It was in the back of my closet, and I wore it a lot 40 pounds ago. It was one of my favorite go-to shirts. And it was still kind of stretchy material, but I used to fill it out. My stomach was filled out in this, and it was so fun to find it and put it on, and it's so nice and blousy. I love it. And I noticed my shoulders. It used to be that my shoulders, I always had liked this shirt because it's darker. So when I was 40 pounds heavier, it made me look the best out of all of my outfits. But right here, it used to, my arm would puff out more. It was more of like a puff out. And when I put it on, it was like, wow, I can see a difference. And a couple years ago, Jeff and I ate a 1,600 calorie a day diet. We called it the 444 plan. We have a bunch of those videos on my Anchor Moments channel. You can find the playlist with those. And I was able to lose 47 pounds. So, and right now, I'm 38 pounds from my highest weight because I had lost 47 pounds, then went on vacation with my family where we shared one of those big houses for a week on a river in Branson, Missouri. And it was so fun. But in seven or 8 days, I gained 11 pounds. We were eating and drinking all day long. It was so much fun. But coming home 11 pounds heavier after having lost 47 pounds with food noise, with horrible food noise, it was hard for me to get back on. And so I would eat well for like 2 or 3 days, and then I'd eat horrible for 4. And then I'd go, you know what? Next week I'll go on the diet. And then I'd go, next month. Well, after this holiday, or after that holiday, then I'll go back on. And then the weight just slowly creeped back up. And when I started Mounjaro, I still had some of that weight off. Let's see, I still had kept about 8 pounds, 7 or 8 pounds off from my highest. But this time is different. And this time I do have, I started a book club. And so there's a playlist on this channel of a book club where we did Atomic Habits. We just finished the book. We did it in 21 weeks and we did one chapter a week. This book is fantastic. And it's the reason that I started doing the gold stars. Something James Clear said about having at least one goal every day. And if you meet that goal of whatever, it doesn't have to be weight loss. This book is about, you can use the Atomic Habits for weight loss. You can use it for keeping your house clean. You could use it for being better at work, all kinds of things, being a better parent. There's all kinds of things that you can use this with. And I would talk each week about how we could apply that chapter with weight loss. And one of the things he said is to choose at least one goal a day. And then once you meet that goal, to mark it off on the calendar. And then you can see the whole calendar and you'll be able to see if you're consistent or not. And he said, you give yourself grace so you can have at least one day, you can have one day that you don't make your goal, but he has a rule for himself that he can't miss 2 days in a row. Because he says, once you lose 2 days, then all of a sudden it's 3 days, 4 days. And then it's that slippery slope where you lose your momentum. And that's been really helpful for me. I mean, I did last week. Was like in every other day. There was a lot of celebrations with family and friends for Jeff's birthday. And so I kind of got a star every other day. But that's because I didn't get, the days that I don't have a star, there was 6 things, it might have been I just missed 1 out of those 6, but I didn't get the complete 6. But I made sure I didn't miss 2 in a row. And I'm really trying to change things this year to have this be a healthy lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's a healthy lifestyle journey. And we're just going to keep working at it. And before you know it, you'll find something in the back of your closet and go, oh my gosh, it's kind of big. Look how big it is on me. But yet I still like this because now it looks like it's blousy. But before it wasn't blousy, it was all me in there. Oh, anyway, there's all kinds of non-scale victories that we're going to discover along the way, and healthy and a healthier journey too. Okay, let's see. Where was I? And Deb Zimmerman says hi to everybody, and so does, and Pam So Sweet says, hi, Gina. You look amazing. I totally see the loss. Thank you so much. And really, I was down. Okay, I think it was when Jennifer congratulated me on my shirt. I got off track there a little bit, but thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate that. And Cindy says, Gina, I am so happy for you. Oh, thank you, Cindy. And Mindy says, hi, Gina. Hi, everyone. Such great news about your A1C. Thanks so much, Mindy. And Mindy, we'll have to have you on at some point too. Mindy has also had quite the journey, and she's been very, very successful. It'd be kind of fun to have her on sometime with us too, if she's willing to do that. And if anyone is interested, you can email me. And Cindy emailed me this week, so it was so fun. You email me if you need to private message me at Gina@anchormoments.com. And Gina's Gina at anchormoments.com. And we'll start getting more of you on here with me, and we'll be sharing our journeys together. I think that'll be really fun. And let's see, where am I? And Barb says, your 5.6 is amazing. Congratulations. Thanks, Barb. And Bea Gina said, same, 5.6. Yay, congratulations, Bea Gina. Doesn't that just, oh my gosh, my heart just raced and just smiled so big when I saw that I finally hit 5.6. I didn't know if I would ever see that number again. That is so great. And so good job to you too, Bea Gina. And Naturalista says, so Haley, I think she's going to ask her a question. So maybe it'll be down here. I don't know. But it says, so Haley. So Haley. Okay. Shorty says, I'm so happy for you. What a blessing, Gina. Oh, thanks, Shorty. And I'm a shorty too. I'm 5'2.5". So when I do gain weight, it's easy to see because there's not a lot of places to put it. I can just go out. And Health and Any Cost Barb says from 10 to 5.6 is spectacular. Yeah, 10.2 to 5.6 is spectacular. You should be so proud of yourself. Thanks so much, Barb. And Naturalista says, so happy for you, Gina. Great news. And Mindy says, Gina, you look so sexy and cute tonight. How is Jeff still in the other room with you looking like that? Aw, thanks, Mindy. And Barb says, I was thinking how beautiful Gina looks tonight. Not that she isn't always, but Gina, your hair down is classy. You also look full of joy tonight. Oh, thanks so much, Barb. I'm 58. I get my hair colored. And today I just got back from the beauty parlor getting it done. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I can wear it down now that I'm finally doing hormone replacement. I wear an estradiol patch. I put it on Mondays and Fridays, so twice a week. It's very, very tiny. And I put on just a teeny bit, 1/10 the amount of testosterone a guy would take. I just take 1/10 of that and I rub it on my belly. And and that's what I've been doing now for 10 weeks with the estradiol and probably about 8 weeks with the testosterone, because we did the estradiol first, got that going, making sure I didn't have any bad reactions to it. And then I added and I didn't. And then I added testosterone. The only thing that was bad about taking the estradiol is I was getting freckly anyway. As you get older, your skin's just not the same. And some of us, when we get older, when we're in the sun, we freckle instead of getting, this nice tan, we freckle more first. And so I was getting kind of freckly anyway. But then when wearing the estradiol, it's more enhanced. And they call it Melsma, something like that. So you can see I don't wear makeup. If you watch my shows 4 years ago, I wore makeup. But then when we hit the pandemic and we were wearing masks all the time, I stopped wearing makeup. And then when mask season was over, all my makeup was old and I just too cheap to go buy new makeup. And it's just so much easier to get ready in the morning and just put sunscreen on my face and chapstick and call it good. So, and I'm blessed to be half Italian. And so my eyebrows are black and my eyelashes are black. So I'm not wearing makeup anymore, but you'll see, like when I turn that there is, it's not, it's a little bit more patchy than if I don't do estradiol, but I'm still going to be freckly anyway, because I was being freckly without it. And I much rather not have the night sweats, hot flashes, brain fog, vaginal dryness, all the yucky stuff that comes with menopause. So I'm doing so much better. And another thing that can happen to you during menopause, us ladies, is we get a little incontinent. So if we sneeze or laugh too hard, or we all of a sudden have urgency where out of nowhere, all of a sudden like, oh, I really have to pee, and you've got to run to the bathroom to make it on time. All of that disappeared when I started the testosterone. And that has been huge for me. And there is a urologist, a female urologist, Dr. Kelly Casperson. She has a wonderful YouTube channel. And I was listening to her, and she was saying about how testosterone, women have testosterone and estrogen, and so do guys. But women have more estrogen than testosterone, and guys have more testosterone than estrogen. Testosterone is important in women. And if we're low on testosterone and we take just a little bit, it can make a difference on the incontinence and those kinds of things, urinary wise. And it really did. It did the trick. And that saved me $1,000 because I was going to do pelvic floor physical therapy after my hysterectomy and hoping that that would help with any of the incontinence things. And the day before I went to go, the doctor's office called me and told me it was going to be $260 or $70 a session, and I had signed up for 4 sessions, so over $1,000, and that my insurance wouldn't cover it until I meet my out-of-pocket deductible. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, can I just cancel? Because I'm not incontinent anymore. It all went away once I started doing HRT. I don't have that issue anymore. And so I was able to cancel that. So that's one of the pros that people don't talk about with HRT, because women don't talk about that. I mean, you see the commercials about wearing diapers or whatever, but that's it, because us ladies, we're not talking about it. But it made a difference for me. And estrogen might help with that too. I don't know, because I am doing both of them together, but I will tell you, that's been a big relief, as well as having my hot flashes and night sweats go away, which has been pretty awesome too. Okay, let's see. And more people saying hi to everybody. And even Jeff says hi all, because he's Anchor Moments RV, our other YouTube channel, which we're going to start posting on that too, because we're finally going to be able to do a little bit of traveling coming up. And so we'll be doing some of these videos on the road, and we're really looking forward to that. So we have another channel if you like travel channels, you can check that one out as well. And I do need to say, this channel was started 4 years ago, before I had type 2 diabetes. It wasn't a health channel. I had written a book. I usually have it over here, but I don't. But I wrote a book called Anchor Moments, Hope, Healing, and Forgiveness. And it's my journey of a time in my life when I was extremely sad and I was hurt really bad at work, really bad, where when I would walk into work, it just made me want to throw up. And I prayed to God and asked God to make me a more forgiving person, because there was somebody at work. I'd have to walk by her desk and it just made me want to throw up, because we had this big blow up that was a surprise to me. And by golly, within a week, it was taken care of. It was like amazing. We became friends again. And I thought, oh, good, we're done. I'm a more forgiving person now. Well, when you ask God to make you a more forgiving person, wow, he can see the inside of your heart. And there was more people in there that I needed to forgive, and I needed to forgive myself. And there was somebody that I had hurt their feelings that I didn't realize that I did. And I needed to give them a big apology. And I went on just this amazing journey, and my eyes were really opened up a lot. And so it's not a book on scripture or anything like that. It's just my personal journey of where I found God in my life and how I learned how to be a more forgiving person. And I tell you what, you may see a happy, bubbly gal here now, but if I wouldn't have done that in 2015 is when I went on this adventure. If I wouldn't have done that, I would be a very bitter human being. I know it. I would have been sad and I would have been bitter. And if you watch a lot of people who are getting older, it's really interesting. But I have friends and family that as they got into their senior years, they became kinder. And I have other friends and family that as they got into their senior years, they became bitter, grumpy, short, not as kind, and it was really weird. But really watching forgiveness is huge. I mean, there is, dementia and stuff, and that doesn't count. Dementia does not count. I'm talking people without dementia. But if you take that away, forgiveness is huge. And if you can forgive others, including yourself, and especially including yourself for any mistakes that you have made along the way, it's life-changing. And the relief it gives you and the joy it gives you is absolutely amazing. So anyway, I wrote a book about all the things that I learned, and some of my friends. I have a lot of different stories in there, lots of pictures. The print's big. It's written for people who don't like to read. But anyway, I wrote that book, and then a friend of mine who I put on these interfaith prayer breakfasts. I believe we have a loving God who loves everyone, period. Not just Christians, not just Catholics. We have a loving God who loves everyone, period. And I, for over a dozen years, chaired the YMCA Interfaith Prayer Breakfast. I also did the Mayor's Interfaith Prayer Breakfast, a bunch of those. I've been on planning committees to put those together. And one of my friends had a show on Holy Spirit Broadcasting Network, HSBN, kept saying, you should be on my show. You should be on my show. And I told her, one day I'm going to write a book. When I write a book, I'll be on your show. And I was on her show when my book came out, and it had only been out for like a couple of weeks. And at the end of the taping, the show owners there watched, and they offered me my own show called Anchor Moments with Gina LeBenz. And so I did that for a year, and then the pandemic hit. And and so then I started a YouTube channel, my Anchor Moments YouTube channel. And HSBN gave me all my old shows that I was able to put on there. And all my shows are just people sharing the miracles in their life that have anchored their faith. And there are lots of different faiths. They're not all the same. They're all different, and they just share those goosebumpy moments. And anyway, that's what started my anchor moment journey. And then I got type 2 diabetes, and it depressed the heck out of me. And then I realized, hey, you know what? I need to forgive myself for this too and move on. And if I feel this way, I bet there are others that feel that way when they first get their first diagnosis. I bet I could help them too. And then I changed it to feeding your body, mind, and spirit. But if anyone wants to watch some of those spirit videos, please do. And if you don't, and that's not your jam, that's okay too. You can just do all the, watch the different weight loss ones, but and healthy lifestyle ones. But I'm here for all of you in any way of however you see things. I grew up with a family where my mom was a Methodist and my dad was Catholic, and we didn't go to church. And then when my parents got divorced, my mom said, we're Methodists, we're going to church. And then we started going to church every Sunday, and I became Methodist. And when I married my husband was almost a Catholic priest. And then I converted to be Catholic. But anyway, I believe we have a loving God who loves everyone. And this isn't a politics channel, but I just need to tell you that not every Christian is on the far right. And I am a registered independent voter. And I'm not going to answer any questions. And I don't want to talk politics because people are just getting so mad all the time, and it's a lot of stress. But I just want you to know that we have a loving God who loves everyone. And Pope Francis even just said way recently, that Catholics don't have to choose between one, or only choose one candidate, because both candidates don't 100% do life stuff that the Catholic Church preaches. The gun things as well. It's, Jesus wouldn't have carried an assault rifle. I'll just tell you that. So there's things on both sides. And I am a registered independent. And anyway, so that's it on that. So I hope I didn't lose anybody. Like, oh gosh, I wasn't I didn't come here for religion. I came here to hear about Mounjaro and healthy lifestyle stuff, but it's a little bit of everything. And if you want a little bit more of the other stuff, I have playlists that you can look at. And I just want to say, be sure wherever you get your news that you look in multiple places, just in case, so you're not hearing just one side, because there are foreign actors that have been trying to mess with our stuff too and feed us lies and try to make us angry with each other. And I want us united. I want us all to be happy and friends again. And I have family members that are Democrats, and I have family members that are Republicans, and I have friends who are Democrats, and I have friends that are Republicans, and I'm an independent right in the middle. And I just try to vote for the nicest, kindest, smart person I can find to make our country better. And I want us all to love one another. So anyway, that's it on that. And let's see what else we have comment-wise. Oh, and Taz is so nice. And she says, right, Mindy, she looks amazing. Thank you so much. And everyone's saying hi to each other. And let's see if we have any questions or any other wins. Like Bea Gina, her A1C went to 5.62. So woohoo! Shout out to her. Good job. And Mindy says, hey, Deb, hey, Barb, it's past my bedtime, but I couldn't bear to miss you all. I know we're just one big happy family here. I love having all of you here. And Barb says, Mindy, ditto, but y'all keep helping me keep my mind occupied. Yes, and those of us that do pray, whatever your faith is, please put some prayers in tomorrow for Barb's surgery. She's going to have a surgery tomorrow, but I know she's going to do just great. And I've been praying for her for a solid month now, but tomorrow's the big day. And so any prayers you can give Barb tomorrow, that would be awesome. And then we'll see her next Monday when she's my first live guest on Anchor Moments, having to do with health stuff on a Mounjaro Monday. So I'm so excited to have have Barb next week after she has a successful surgery tomorrow. And Deb says, Mindy, do you live on the East Coast? And Cindy says, we all have you covered in prayer. That's right, Barb. And Mindy says, yes, Deb, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Awesome. And Barb says, Cindy, you are an angel. Thank you. And Mindy says, Taz is right. We're all praying for you, Barb. We are. And health at any cost, Barb says, thank you, Mindy. And then she says, huggles, and has like a little hug kind of thing. And Deb Zimmerman says, 10 is my bedtime, but I'm on the West Coast. Oh gosh, it is getting towards our end, but I have a few more to read here. Maria's in the house. Woo-hoo! And Maria says, this is why it's criminal that they don't want to pay for Mounjaro. It's just the weight loss. It's the medicine lowering the A1C. Mine dropped from 9.1 to 7 in 60 days. Wow, from 9.1 to 7. That's great. I did not lose that much weight in the 60 days, but her A1C dropped. And that's so helpful because 9.1 is a little scary, and 7 is much better than the 9.1. And Maria, it's going to come down even more. I promise it's going to come down even more. And Maria says, Eli Lilly has to do better education with the insurance company so they understand that if they take them away, it's going to go right back to where it was because it's working on the pancreas. Maria, you are 100% right with that. I want to tell you, I was so nervous for this doctor's visit this last week because I thought, I can tell from wearing my Freestyle Libre that my blood sugar was a lot lower. And I thought, if I get the number where I'm not diabetic, that 5.6 or less, will they take away my Mounjaro? I lucked out a little bit, maybe, because my fasting blood sugar was still 102, which isn't that bad, but it shows up as a red line because it's supposed to be 99 or less when you're fasting. They're shooting they want it to be between 70 and 99 is healthy. Well, mine was 102, so it was still, lined as red, but not bad. I mean, it's 3 points. So it was pretty close. It was pretty close, but still had that red line. And I'm not going to let anyone take my A1C for the next 6 months. I'm going to say, nope, 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 because that now I know I have at least 6 more months that I can take this medication and try to get more weight off and keep my A1C good. Because that's what's terrible. If they take you off it, your A1C can start going back up again. I mean, I can eat rice now. Rice. Rice always has made my blood sugar just skyrocket. But it used to be if I had like 3 or 4 bites of rice, seriously, my blood sugar would go over 250. And now I can, I'm not going to eat a big bowl of rice, but if I have like a half cup rice with some stir fry, it doesn't go up at all. It's just fine. I have some protein with it, but doesn't go up. It's just great. And when I had the rice and it'd go over 250, I had protein with it. But it would go up so high. But this medication is just so helpful, especially to those of us who have type 2 diabetes. And it's so helpful for those of us who just have obesity, because we're gonna end up with fatty liver disease. But if we're on this and we get that obesity off, it's going to make our liver better. It's going to make it's going to make our heart healthier, our blood vessels, everything, not just weight. There's health things that come with that too. And in the long term, I think once we're on this long enough, insurance companies will save money because we're going to need less surgeries. And surgeries are crazy expensive, and hospital stays and things. So in the long term, I think it's going to save the country money and the health insurance. But anyway, we'll see. And Jeff says, Barb, you're in my prayers too. And Deb says, Lily doesn't seem to mind as long as they fill their pockets. They don't care whose pockets the money comes from. Yeah, I don't know. I know they've got investors. I know they want to make money, but I am very thankful they were willing to take on our cause. And I think they were just trying to find a type 2 diabetes medicine, having no idea that it was going to make us drop pounds like crazy. And then they realized what a gold mine they hit, because they can also use it as an obesity med, and it really is making them billions. Barb says there are 2 types of DEXAs, bone density and bio. Bio is what we need to do if we're on GLP-1s. Med DEXAs only do bone density. Yeah, and I just did the bone density one. They also shared with me that at the place that I got my bone density test at, there's only 2 places in Arizona, or at least in the valley, that I could get the kind that does the metabolic stuff and let you know how much fat and muscle that you have and bone and how all that adds up to your pounds. And they said that health insurance won't pay for it. You have to pay for it out of pocket if you do it. So I'll find out how much that is. And if it's not too horrible, I might try it, but I don't know. It's going to depend on how expensive it is. And Deb says, thinking of you, Barb, stay well. And Barb says, but DEXAs are done all over the place. Oh, she knows the price. Thanks, Barb. Are done all over the place and are about $150 for each one. They're easy and tell us so much. Okay. I might try that in the future here. Maybe I can ask for that as a birthday or Christmas present from my family. And Barb says, thank you, Deb. And thank you, Jeff. And thanks for the prayers too, everyone. And Taz is excited about the DEXAs not being, it's not cheap, but it's not horribly expensive. It's somewhat doable. And Mindy says, I'm so excited to see Barb on your channel. She's my idol. I know, Barb's amazing. It's going to be so much fun next week. And Health at Any Cost, Barb says, Mindy, you are hilarious. It's going to be fun to have Mindy too. And Cindy says, yay, love you, Barb. And Barb says, thank you, Cindy. And Tanya says, can't wait to hear Barb's testimony. I know, she's amazing. And Barb is blushing. And Cindy says, please be sure to like, subscribe, and notify with the bell. Oh, thanks so much, Cindy. That does help out the channel a bunch. And if you shop on Amazon, if you go to amazon.com/shop/anchor moments, and you visit the page, you can see some of the things that I like on Amazon. And if you do make a purchase there, if you like any of the things, I mean, don't purchase anything if you don't like it, but if you like some of the things, like I forgot to tell you that I'm still doing the hula hoop. I've done it. So if today is the 23rd, I started on September 2nd. So I've done it 22 days in a row, and I'm really enjoying it. And then the weighted hula hoop that I have is also on that list. If anyone's interested, it really is a lot of fun, and it's hard the first day you try to do it, but I promise you, just try like 3 days in a row and you'll get it. Then you'll get it. It's very easy, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's something that I mean, you're always supposed to say, ask your doctor. And if you have a bad back, ask your doctor for sure. But if you don't have a bad back, or even if you do, still ask your doctor, because maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. My back's okay. But I can tell you that I really like it. Jeff really likes it. It's a fun, easy, and it's low impact, which is nice. And it's something I can do while watching TV instead of sitting on my butt. So it's, it's burning more calories than that for sure. Let's see. And Naturalista says, looking forward to the interviews. Yay, Barb. And thanks. Oh my gosh, Sandra just surprised me with 99 cents. Thanks, Sandra. And Deb, $4.99. Woo woot. Oh, thank you guys so much. That means a lot to me, and that's going to help because it is expensive to bring these other things on the channel, like now I want to call it TubeBuddy. I would like to try TubeBuddy too, but that's also, I just have like the free version, but to do StreamYard. So thank you. I do appreciate you supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, we got Taylor in the house. Taylor Made 651 Hair Studio says, cool, Gina. I see you are a special kind of person. Aw, thank you. And she's giving me some hearts and some hands up. Yay. And it's Darian's back. And he says, wow, Gina, that is so good. And you have such a beautiful story. I love the moments that anchor your faith. Reminds me of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. Very similar to that. So if you like Chicken Soup for the Soul, you'll love mine. And I tell you, the print's big, the chapters are short. I tell some people, just put it in your bathroom. After 2 weeks of poops, you'll have read the whole book. Might not even take you that long. But and there's lots of pictures too of this incredible journey that I went on. And I will tell you, it took 1 month. All those things that happen in that book happened in 1 month's time, and it changed my life forever. Okay, and Mindy says, I think we would all vote for you, Gina. Aw, thank you. And all right, Deb, I didn't say it today. I didn't say whoever gives the most in the chat, you can choose where I do my shot. But I tell you what, Deb, where would you like to see me do my shot today? I'll let you choose it if you're still on and you didn't give me the chat and then go to bed. I'll give you a minute to put it on there. And it's Darium says, after 2 weeks of poops for regular folks and 2 months of poops for GLP-1. But that's a great book. Oh, thanks, Darium. I love having guys on the channel. I swear, they always can make me laugh. It's too bad we didn't have Chalky today. It's like 3 a.m. in the UK, but he walks his dog in the middle of the night sometimes and catches our show, and he's hilarious too. Oh my gosh, Darium, you got us all cracking up. You got Mindy cracking up too. And I'm not seeing Deb giving me a place for the shot, but I need to do this quickly before we go. I'll give her another minute. It might be easy for me to do it on my arm since my sleeves are so. Oh, and I need to show you this too. This is a 2nd-degree burn. I had the most amazing dinner. But best Costco find ever is Rouse, RAO''S, Rouse. They have a spaghetti sauce that has no preservatives and stuff in it, all natural. Well, they made an eggplant parmesan. I am half Italian. One of the foods that I make that's really good that I learned from my grandma Ceruzzi is eggplant parmesan. And I swear to you, the Rouse eggplant parmesan is just about as good as mine and which was like my grandmother's homemade eggplant parmesan recipe. And there's nothing artificial in it. So it really is. It's eggplant parmesan that's made kind of like a homemade thing and frozen. And it's at Costco and it's in a big box, but it has two plastic servings in there, and you can bake it in the oven or you can do it in the microwave. Well, I did it in the microwave and I made a mistake. You really should put it on a big plate. And I didn't put it on a big plate. I just put it on my wire rack in the microwave. And when I pulled it out, it kind of bent a little bit, and then sauce and cheese got on my arm, and I stuck it under the water, and it's still second-degree burns, hurt like the dickens, but it's doing much better now. So anyway, so when you see that, Jeff's not hurting me or anything. It was my silly stuff. Hey. Oh my gosh! Winner, chicken dinner. Look at this. JP's in the house. Talk about men who make me laugh all the time. JP. And he says, $20, left arm, please. You got it, JP. Yay, so great to have you back. We'll do it right here. Let's see, make sure I don't hit my thing right here. There's a nice little fatty part on my left arm. Wow, thanks, JP. JP works at the time that I normally do my show on Mondays because his work schedule had changed. So that's why we haven't seen him for a long time. Oh my gosh, JP, you are a riot. So nice to have. He really is my brother from another mother. Love this guy. All right, I've got it unlocked. I took this off first, and it's left arm, right? Let's do it right about there. So it's in the fat part. Here we go. Easy peasy. Did the second click. There we go. Done. Yay. Well, thank you, JP and Deb and Sandra for the super chats. Appreciate it. Because when you're investing in the channel, and we did too, so it's going to be even better next week, JP, because we just bought StreamYard for a year. If you paid a year in advance, it was cheaper than paying by month, and so you save a little bit. So we're in it for the long haul. So this next year, every week, hopefully it'll be even a little bit better, and we'll be able to throw fun things up on the screen if a super chat comes, and we're going to bring Barb, Health at Any Cost, who lost 251 pounds on GLP-1s in 2 years time, and she's going to be my guest next Monday when I give myself my shot. You have 2 people that you can ask questions to. Wow. Oh, and let's see. Mindy says, "Go JP, woo woo," and Jennifer says, "JP is amazing. Left arms, please." Ha. And JP says, "I've been missing you all. I watched the video still and staying up to date, but got home just now. You were running long." Yeah, we'd had a lot of great conversation tonight, JP. I'm so glad you made it. And Jennifer says, "We waited for you, JP." And Cindy says, "Hi, JP." And Bia Gina says, "Thanks for the valuable info. Good night." And GTSY is what Cindy says. I've got to look that up. Not quite sure what those 4 letters stand for, but I'll look that up. And thanks so much, Cindy. Well, you guys, I've kept you up for a long time. Oh, and gosh, so many people are so excited to see JP. Mindy says, "Great to see you." Barb says, "I'm heading to bed. We'll let you know tomorrow how surgery goes." Yes, go get some rest, Barb, and we'll see you next week live on here and in person where we get to see your face and everything. And Cindy says, "Good to see you all." All right. Mwah. Have a good week.